Okay, this is going to be a tour of the garden, vegetable garden, 2009 in the beginning of June. Things are looking real good this year, so I figured I'd put it up for all concerned to take a look at. This is the new fence that's around the garden here, new as of a couple of years ago. We had the sewer pipe put through voluntarily, and so they replaced this whole garden fence that I had. It was really old, with a really nice one here, which is what I've got. These are pots. What I do with these, I germinate things in them to plant into the garden, squash for the most part. And that's what you're seeing is cucumbers and squash plants that I germinate. There's some zucchini squash, there's some gourmet Italian called Trombosino. This is some Swiss chard I'm experimenting with this year, see if I can get some to grow in both of these two. I'm trying to get some more cucumbers growing in these. Hasn't happened yet. Didn't have a good luck with cucumber germination this year for some reason. Here's some more cucumbers, although it says beets. I think the beets are here. I know what the plants look like. And I've got some more cucumbers here. And in these pots I'm growing, a few of them germinated. Again, I didn't have good luck this year. In fact, most years I have lousy luck. I don't know why. Getting them to germinate and then really grow well. Pole beans. I want to grow them up the fence here. I figure that would work. I've actually had better luck with pole beans in shady areas, so I may have to go back to that. I may try, maybe I'll take some pots out later here and try some of them. These are the tomato plants. They're looking great. As you can see, I mulch or put this black cover over rows to cover where the plants are. The mulch is all this grass clippings, which both I and my neighbor contribute to, which is great. It gives him a place to put his grass clippings, and I have a use for them. So we cover the entire garden with grass clippings. And as you can see, for the most part, there's just maybe a few little weeds grow here and there. I just throw more grass clippings over them as I get them, and I do almost no weeding. Almost no, because this place is where you can't use grass clippings. Here we got squash plants. This is a row of squash mostly. This is the end row here is one of my favorites. It's the last thing I get in the season, which is Brussels sprouts. I've got 2 half rows of this. I put them in different places. Kind of move things around each year. It's a good idea in gardening. These are more squash plants. This is a whole row of mostly squash. And down here some peas. And I go further. This row is mostly peas and beans. These are bush beans here in the end. They did germinate reasonably well. There's a few bare patches there, which I put some more seeds in. We'll get them later. And this is all corn. A row of corn. We'll see how well this works. Got a whole row of corn. Later on in the season you'll get to see it a lot bigger. And here's another row of 2 halves, a half of squash and a half of Brussels sprouts down at the end. And then this end row, like the other end row, is all tomatoes. The tomatoes are on the ends. Each year I juggle things around. So that's the garden as it is this year. We'll see how it turns out. Growing some things in pots. I'm considering, gardeners are crazy. Keep starting new stuff. I'm considering filling these up with dirt and putting something in them here on the edge. I got the room, and then just sitting there. So I might do that next. Don't know what I'll put in them. Let's see. Maybe some extra beans. Maybe a late crop of beans. This is rhubarb. I've already harvested a amount of it. There are a lot of flowering things outside here. These are iris. I've been trying to get roses growing. I've had a lot of luck in getting a lot of them, but they haven't grown. And these are some annuals here. Marigold, which repel the critters, the insects. And this is, I forget what this was. It's growing nicely, but and it flowered nicely last year. What is this? I just put in over here, and I'm going to go back, which I'll show you, some Jerusalem artichokes, and let me start a part 2.